Just One Summer surprised me. It wasn't just a silly little romance book. First of all, it was my first Abby Jimenez book. So I was expecting a little rom com, a little romance. But what I got was grief, real life choices, and messy family drama. So, as you know, every book deserves a cocktail, and this one is very special. It has champagne in it, so it is very special, but easy to make. So I named it Summer Romance. It has champagne, St Germain, a little bit of lemon juice, a splash of club soda, and that's it. And I will drop the recipe down at the bottom like I always do. This book had depth to it that I wasn't expecting at all. I thought it would have all this fluff, it was romance, and I know the Abby Jimenez books are very popular. So it was in the rom com kind of area for me. But what hooked me in the beginning was the names of the characters being the chapters. And guess what? The names of the characters were my parents' names. So, of course, I was going to love this book. Of course, I was going to put my mom and dad in these characters and follow along with the romance and the love that was being built. So, I was so excited to see their names, Emma and Justin. And it brought something from me to the story because I really did never know my parents' backstory, their romance leading up to marriage. So I kind of just slipped my parents into these roles, and that's what kind of made it fun for me. It was so good. And, you know, when you read a romance novel, you think of the fluff that's in it. But what Addie brings to this particular story is a lot of um, family drama. And when I say family drama, I'm talking about family drama. And I'm not going to tell you the whole backstory because I want you to read the book. What I will say is Emma is a traveling nurse and she does not have any luck with love because of her family drama. She tends to just kind of do little hookups here and there, but she's mainly really focused on her nursing career. And then you have Justin. He is kind of a joke around his friends because he thinks he finds the perfect woman. And then, about the third date in or whatever, he's falling in love. The girl pulls back, and then the next guy she starts dating becomes her soulmate. So it's kind of a prelude to all these women's soulmates. And so they're picking at him and telling him. So he meets Emma online and they decide that their stories are very similar. And so they decide to just one summer be each other dates or go on these dates and then they'll break up and then they will find their soulmates. So it's just a really cute beginning of a story. And then she starts writing about all the things that come in to make our stories and how they come together. And you either can run away from it and not face the reality of life, or you can just face it head on. And that's what I really enjoyed about the way this book played out. Is Abby really brought in real life situations and mother situations and family drama and these two characters, very lovable characters, the way that they didn't want to talk about their problems, but then they ended up talking about their problems. And it was just a great little story. What I didn't particularly care about the book, and this was just kind of a blip on the thing, at the end, Abby just kind of rolls over some of the problems and it ties it up in a little red bow. And I wondered about how she worked everything out. And I know that you can't put everything in a book, and that's just a little blippy thing on the radar. But for this book, I would say it's a solid four. Solid four. I would love for you to read it if you're looking for a good summer read that is not just a romance, but it is a romance book. This would be the one for you. But I will warn you, when you pick up this book, you're not going to want to put it down. So just be prepared to let everything go, laundry, everything else go, because you're going to want to continue to read this book until you get to the very end. So that's my warning to you. I hope you'll grab this book. I hope you will read it and let me know what you think. Is this your first Abby Jimenez book, or are you a big fan? Are there other Abby books that you want me to read? Because I am open to reading her books. So thank you again. I'm Dana B, and this is Boozy B's Books and Cocktails. Cheers. Mm. Cheers.